Hello everyone, welcome to a new video on martial politics. Today I'll be doing a 2024 presidential election scenario with Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida being the Republican nominee and Vice President Kamala Harris being the Democratic nominee. Christian Nunu, the governor, in this scenario he will already be the senator from New Hampshire in this, and he will be DeSantis' running mate, while Cory Booker will be Kamala Harris's running mate. Anyways, I'm just gonna fill out the safe states: Colorado, all of New England except for New Hampshire, and Maine, and Virginia. And I'll do safe Republican of Nebraska, so for the 2nd district. I will put Ohio and Iowa in the safe Republican column, because at this point it really just seems like the GOP is unstoppable in those two states. I also put Maine second safe as well. Trump won Ohio by like 8 percentage points when it was supposed to be a very close race. It wasn't even close. The Democrats are completely collapsing in Iowa and Ohio, so I see as being a safe Republican in 2024. Now we'll do likely Democratic states, and one of those states will be New Mexico. I think New Mexico will go to Kamala Harris by like 6 percentage points, so we'll be close to the lead. The problem is there's too many Hispanics in New Mexico, so that's what really keeps it from going Republican. Anyways, that's the only likely Democratic state. I forgot to fill out Hawaii. The next, the lean Democratic states will be Minnesota. It was actually in Maine. Oops, there. I'm assuming that Ron DeSantis will run on a more like populist campaign, and he could appeal to many different groups. So I think that he could make gains in Minnesota and Maine. That would make it closer, but it wouldn't be like flippable. I'll do likely Republican states. I think one of those states will be Texas. DeSantis really appeals to all the different factions in the GOP, so he could kind of secure those voters in Texas that weren't like that enthusiastic for Trump or just didn't vote in 2020. Well, which I kind of doubt, but he could flip like Biden voters in Texas. I could see that happening. The next state, the next like lean state will be Arizona. I think that DeSantis will win this state by like close to 5 percentage points. He really, as I said, he appeals to all these groups in the GOP, and Kamala Harris just doesn't really do that well among Hispanics. So, she's just so unlikable, and that would really just that'd make her to lose the state, the general election. The next state, I think that will go for around a lean margin. It could be tilt. I'll put it lean, I guess. Will be Georgia. I think Georgia will go for DeSantis by around 2.5 percentage points, maybe a little less. As I said, he could appeal more to the Atlanta suburbs and take away support from there. And if he makes enough ground, then he could obviously flip the state. But I'll just put his like lean till. I'll leave it as till for now. Okay, so right now it's 217 to 219. The next same we fill out will be North Carolina, which will be tilt Republican, I think it'll go for DeSantis by around 2 percentage points. Could be lean, so I'll put lean. I think it's kind of, I don't know. I think the margin would be very similar to Georgia. Maybe Georgia being, maybe North Carolina being a little more to the right, even though it's kind of weird because, like, but whatever. Oops. The next state we fill out will be Florida, which I think will be lean. I just saw recent polling in Florida that showed Ron DeSantis being more popular among Florida Republicans than Donald Trump. And DeSantis has that Hispanic appeal, so he could really just easily win the state. And plus, he's the governor, so it'd be an easy win. So we're already at like 264, 219. We're gonna fill out next Nevada, which I think will be till it's gonna not like it's gonna be like 1.5 percentage points. The problem is it's just Clark County, Las Vegas. It's really just that's what's keeping the state from going red. But yeah, I think that will nearly go to Harris. The next state we fill out is going to be New Hampshire. I think New Hampshire will very narrowly go to Ron DeSantis because of Sununu on the ticket, and he'd be able to he'd run kind of like a more populist campaign, so he could appeal to the same people who voted for Trump in 2016. So that'd allow him to win the state by like less than a percentage point. The next state I'll fill out will be Wisconsin, which I think will narrowly go to Ron DeSantis. Wisconsin, again, he could easily appeal to the Trump people who voted for him in 2016, and people kind of just want they want someone like Trump, but like more competent. I think DeSantis is like a good figure in that regard, and he could really just appeal to those Trump 2016 voters, and maybe some even more and he could also do very well in the wild counties among the more establishment Republicans. So that's what it would allow him to win the state. The next thing I'm also going to fill out, I forgot to fill in, would be Nebraska second, which will very narrowly go to Harris, although it could go to DeSantis narrowly. But I'll just leave it for Harris. The next state I'm going to fill out is going to be Michigan, which I think will go to Harris by close to 2 percentage points, so it's nearly lean. The thing is with Michigan, I just don't really see DeSantis being able to win the state. There's several problems. They still have terrible election practices. It's not like the major issue. I'm not others who see it as the be all end all, but that's definitely a problem in Michigan. And he would just not. I could see him coming very close. It's just he wouldn't have Michigan. I feel is more populistic than Wisconsin, and he kind of be seen as plus he supports free trade and stuff like that. So that would hurt him in Michigan. The next state, this is really just a toss up, but I'll leave this out. I think Pennsylvania is really toss up in this scenario. I could honestly see either of them winning it. The thing is with Pennsylvania, there's just such a massive divide between western and eastern Pennsylvania, so it's it's a very important competitive state in the future. I could see DeSantis winning Erie County, Pennsylvania over here, but it would require him to be more populistic on campaign trail. That's what make it that. And if he was more populistic, then yeah, he could win Michigan and Pennsylvania. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit shorter than my usual videos, but it's not terribly complex. I'll be doing a more, like, kind of ideological based video next. Anyways, of course, like and subscribe for more, and have an excellent day.